Purchasing a used car is always quite a big decision. Should you buy privately? Should you buy from a secondary trader, or should you go to a main dealership? What kind of history has the car got? What kind of reliability record is it likely to have? All of these kind of things. And then you've got to even think about what you're going to get for your other car. So it's a big decision. I run my own business and I've got 3 cars within that business. I'm a particularly fussy buyer and I won't settle for anything that's not exactly what I need. I first came across Hollybrook Car Centre about 4.5 years ago. I hadn't heard of them before, and Southampton is about a 45-minute drive from where I live, so it wasn't too bad for me to get to. At the time we were doing a lot of driving in central London and we were looking for something that had a big boot, was reliable, cheap to run, and most important, was congestion zone free. At the risk of being mistaken for an Uber driver, we decided that we'd go for a Toyota Prius. I looked around. The thing that caught my attention most was the price. It was a good £1,500, £2,000 cheaper than I could find anywhere else for the same kind of vehicle with the same specification and similar mileage. Buying at the cheapest price isn't always the best option, and I went there with a view that, well, it's only 45 minutes away, but maybe I shouldn't expect too much. I was pleasantly surprised. The car was in very, very good condition and the salesman was, as you might expect, very friendly. We had a good chat about the Prius, and the owner said to me that he doesn't source his cars from auctions, he sources them direct from businesses who are looking to dispose of their cars at the end of their lifespan within that company. That appealed to me because at least he had an established relationship with these suppliers, and it meant that he wasn't just buying a random car from an auction. I'd describe their site as functional rather than flash. The sales office could perhaps do with a little bit of an upgrade, if I'm honest, but really you're not buying that, you're buying the car, so it's important what's outside rather than inside. All 3 of the people that I've dealt with there have always been very friendly and very easy to talk with, and yeah, they've been mindful of the fact that I can be a little bit awkward in terms of what I'm looking for. We'd had the Prius a couple of years. I think we did about 30,000 miles in it, and we hadn't had any problems over that time. But our work was changing and we weren't going into central London so much. We decided that it would be sensible to get something a bit bigger and a diesel. I looked at Hollybrook's site again and I came across a Passat CC from Volkswagen. That Passat is magnificently equipped. It really is top of the range. It's got some very nice features, particularly the panoramic roof on it. At the time they advertised that as the only one in the country for sale with the panoramic roof, and I did actually try and find another one at a similar price and I couldn't, so they were telling the truth. We've had that Passat for around 2 years or so now, and we've done maybe 20,000 miles in that so far. It's been generally reliable. We have had to replace the water pump, which cost about £300, but that could go wrong at any time on any car. Yes, we are pleased with it, and it certainly turns heads. It's a really nice looking car. The other vehicle in our company has been due for a change for a little while, and I've been particularly looking for a Mercedes E-Class Coupe. The specification has to be exactly what I'm looking for, and so far I haven't found one at the right price or in the right location for me, so I've kept looking. Hollybrook had a Mercedes E-Coupe, E350 actually, on their website, and I thought I'll go and take a look at that. I made a schoolboy error though. They'd actually sold the car before I arrived there, some days before actually, and I never phoned them to check whether they had it. However, it wasn't all bad because I ended up taking a look at a Lexus RX 450. Now, we have another car in the business, which is a Lexus RX 400, somewhat older, and that had been due for a change for a while, but I hadn't really seriously considered it. The Lexus though jumped out at me because it had a panoramic roof, and I really enjoyed the one on the Passat, and this looks fantastic. My wife and I both fell in love with the car instantly, and we decided, yeah, let's get rid of the old Lexus and buy this one. We've had it a few days and I'm really pleased with it so far. My personal dealings with Hollybrook have been very satisfying. I wouldn't have bought 3 cars from them otherwise. We've got a good business relationship, and who knows, if they can find me the right Mercedes, we might make it 4.